Hey, okay, this is video blog number 2. I'm going to try to do more of a screencast this time around. I don't really have a plan, but I thought I'd just show you what I got going here. This is a second trailer piece that I've been working on, and I thought we could talk a little bit about mixing and mastering, and kind of the things that I do when I'm trying to finish a piece. So right now I finished it and I've recorded it just as a stereo track here. Now here's a great plugin. This is you all probably know about this, Ozone 5. What's wonderful about it is it comes with a bunch of presets, and these are great starting points. Right now I have it set to warm mids. I'll go through some of the different choices. We'll stick with this one, and usually I'll add a little bit more of the exciter, and I'll go in and to the harmonic exciter, and usually I'll take this down a tad, the high end. Sometimes it's a bit too much high-endy, especially for trailer music. Ozone also has this cool meter bridge thing, so you can kind of like visualize what the audio is doing. Right now you can see it's pretty much just a wall of sound. And this is the stereo field. This is a sort of a spectrogram of all of the frequencies. I'm not sure if you can hear me, so I'm going to stop it. Another plugin that I came across is this one called Camel Fat, and there is one setting that I love, and it's great for drums or for big percussion. Let me see if I could find it. It's not set up here. It's just called like drum masher, I think. Where'd it go? I can't remember. Anyway, I think that's it. But anyway, this is just a really good plugin for just getting your drums to be as loud as possible, or at least simulate loudness without actually, clipping. Because sometimes, when you got all of these, with this style of music, when you have all of this stuff layered together, especially when an orchestra comes in, you want that percussion to cut through, and this plugin helps with that, at least in my little experience. Synth stuff, if you're wondering, is from Omnisphere. Dispatch, Angry, Raw, Distortion. Oh, no, Helicopter Pulse. That's a great preset. Also, if you guys don't know about Zebra, this is an awesome library, or not library, synth. And it's a little bit more difficult to use than Omnisphere, but the sound of it is very warm and perfect for this style of music, so highly recommend that one. What should I do? I guess I'll just do a walkthrough of what I kind of got going here. This is so it starts with the synth, kind of a synth drone layered with this helicopter pulse, as well as some orchestra. Now what we're doing here is eventually I'm going to replace all this stuff with a live orchestra. not replace, but I'm going to experiment with actually layering a live orchestra with the synth stuff. Okay, so since this is trailer music, you want to have a lot of breaks. You want to have a place where editors can get in and out of a piece of music very easily so that they don't just have to chop it and add reverb on it or something. So having these little breaks are very good, and also having percussive hits are another thing, especially, again, in this style. You want to give editors something to cut to, you know? Something they can hang the trailer on, you know? I mean, I talked to a trailer editor friend of mine, and he's saying music is just becoming more and more important to trailers nowadays than ever before, and it guides the way that they edit these things together, which is really cool because, you know, as a film composer, I'm so used to having to edit my music to a changed picture, or, you know, to make it conform to something that's constantly changing. This is the reverse, which is really cool. You could just sit and write a cool piece of music, and it's the editors that have to conform all of their cuts to your music, and that's I think it ends up with a much better result, and that's why trailers are so fun to watch. I think because they're carried by the music. It's like a real simple lick happening here, right? That's the thing. You got to come up with. It's all about coming up with a lick that's really simple, really easy, and just repeat it ad nauseum, and keep layering and layering. Like these things are just like almost like Lego blocks that you just keep building upon. So you got like level of intensity 1, level of intensity 2. And at the end, you got the orchestra coming in with the horns. I'm also going to add some choir on this, probably for this last section. So low strings are just playing chords. And open, these are triads, but they're spaced openly. You got the root, fifth, and third. Oh, and these are fifths. But here's a. Where's that horn? This is from Cinebrass Pro, the 12 horn patch. And you always want to ride everything that you're playing with the mod wheel. The big tag. Every piece needs something like this. You have to tag your piece with something that rises. And then, you know, the old drone at the end. This one is pretty much good to go as far as a sketch is concerned, and it's sounding pretty decent. So the next step is going to be stemming everything out. And now, since I got this new Bricasti reverb, actually, let me show you that real quick. All of the audio, I have sends going from every single track here to the Bricasti, and I can adjust each one individually depending on how much reverb I want. So the short strings I can put a little bit, and the long strings I can really crank it a little bit more. The brass I put like just a medium amount. Woodwinds, I'll give them a pretty good amount of reverb. The big percussion, a lot of those samples like drums of war and stuff, like they already have a lot of reverb built into them, so you don't want to wash it too much. It looks like I did anyway. This looks pretty high. And nothing wrong with that. Who cares? So whatever sounds good. There's no hard and fast rules. And then I've got different tracks. So we got the way I split it up: short string, long string, brass horns, winds. Or orchestral percussion, melodic percussion, big percussion. Then you got the high kind of ticky-tacky stuff. You want to have that separate. And then the synths, you want to have those separate. That could be anything from just drones to pulses to melodic synth stuff. Here's another one for synth. You want to make sure you split up your synth elements quite a bit. I probably would want to have more than just two. So what I'm doing is, what I was getting at is, for trailer music, you want to split everything out, and I'm probably going to go through and actually solo stuff and print it and do what they call a synth master, which is just printing the audio of the sample library without any reverb, without any EQ, without anything, so that it is ready for someone who, like an engineer or a mixer, to take it and work their magic, because you don't want to give them anything that's already been altered. What else we got here? What can I show you? I guess that's it. Here's another plugin I use for stuff. This is just the old Waves plugins for. I'll put this on the horns or the brass, just to help them cut through the mix a little bit more. And also with the Ozone plugin, a good thing to do is, there's this, if you get the one that's the advanced one, they give you these different kind of, they split out. Right now the plugin has all of those elements built into the master plugin, but if you get the advanced, they separate all of these things out, the equalizer, reverb, blah blah blah. So you can just load up, say, the exciter onto your short strings to add a little bit more rosin to the high end of your strings. Okay, I feel like I'm just going to start rambling now, which I have been doing already. So I will stop. Thanks for watching.